It starts with intention. The moment you open your eyes, get excited about your day first thing in the morning. Get excited about your life.
The path. The warpath. Path of war.
Show of hands. I hear a couple of yeses. There we go. All right, Jenna Marbles has a daily reach of 20 million people. That's bigger than the biggest show on TV. That's crazy.
I'm sounding off because maybe that weakness doesn't understand the power that you possess. I know for myself if I got to shout it up. I'm going to shout it out. I'm not going to let these hold me down. I'm not going to let people tell me I don't count. I'm not going to let this place of business tell me I have no business. Yes, the voice, the power, the passion, the love, everything that I had a hard side, I give it to you. I give it to the listener. I give it to the weightlifter.
If you want a better quality life, if you never want to feel like this again, you must make time for yourself every morning. Here's 4 things you should do every day, every single day. First thing in the morning. No excuses. Get up 30 to 60 minutes earlier if you have to, and make sure you get this done as a priority over everything else in your life. Everything. Number 1, gratitude. This is more important than anything. I guarantee you, if you do this alone every day, it will change your life.
Moving toward a battle. Fight towards war. The actual war against our nation's enemies, or the war against my own weaknesses. Preparing and sharpening my sword and honing my skills and maintaining the unmitigated daily discipline in all things. Where does it lead? It can lead to war.
It will change how you feel about everything in your life. Spend 5 to 15 minutes every morning writing down at minimum 3 things you are extremely grateful for right now in your life. It could be 3 things that if you were to lose, you'd do anything to get back. It could be to do with your family, your eyesight, the opportunities you have simply by being in this country. Even to be thankful for low moments that have made you who you are today, made you stronger. Your health, whatever it is, write it down. It is important you write it, not just think it. Write it and feel how grateful you are for those things, one by one. There's no right or wrong way to do this. Write down whatever comes through you naturally.
In fact, I am waiting, and I am ready. Because the warpath is a war against weakness, and so it leads to strength. It's a war against ignorance, so it leads to knowledge. It's a war against confusion, so it delivers understanding. The warpath leads to control and leads to ownership of your life. And that is the warpath. The path of fire and adversity, the path of blood and of sweat and of suffering.
I gave it to the marathon runner. I give it to the swimmer. I give it to the Zoom against it doesn't matter who you are, where you come from. When the time comes, you must recognize that you've got to be better, you've got to be tougher, you've got to be stronger. Because nothing that did not create you cannot break you. Be the best of yourself. Be the strongest of the strongest. Don't let anything or anyone hold you back. Because you had it, it's all in you. Possess it, love it, live it, give it all you got.
This is the world of social. It seems hidden to most people over 35, but it is in plain sight. These are the people that you're going to be going after. Jenna Marbles, we sent her dogs sweatshirts and a whole stack of our product. Now, why did we send her dog sweatshirts? Because her dogs are little chihuahuas, they're skinny as hell, and they always look cold. So we had some custom-made sweatshirts sent to her. She loved them so much, she started promoting the bars and showing people what we had sent her and thanking us. Now, no money exchanged hands. It was just us doing something that she would think was cool, that her followers would think was cool, and we got to tap into that reach. That's the power of social.
If it's really better, you tend to be over the moon. One woman would say, I gotta tell you, I said, I'm the happiest I've ever been in my whole life. How come? She goes, because I have this man in my life and I'm in love with him and he loves me and I can be myself with him. And we have this incredible intimacy and this passion and we want to be with each other all the time. And I never get bored with him. Well, what's her blueprint? You want to be with somebody that you can have total intimacy with, somebody who you love and loves you. Those are part of her rules, her beliefs of how it should be. She said, it needs to be, I never want to be with anybody else. I want to be with them every moment. Her blueprint about how life should be and the way she lives, her relationship's even better than she hoped. When it's better than you hope, you're going to be totally excited. So think about this then. What's an area you're not happy with? Let's see if we can find the formula for unhappiness. If the formula for happiness is to be able to meet your expectations or exceed them, that really makes you excited. But
From the bottom of my heart, be productive, stay strong, and at no excuses, and conduct your business foreign. Listen up. Yes, I'm talking to you. If you could hear my voice, you've got work to do. This is something you all need to understand if you want to be the best in whatever you do. You got to start acting different than everybody else. You don't have to compare yourself to anyone because you have the ability to create the life you want. You've been put in a position where you ultimately doubted yourself.
I won't belabor these points. Social is still, despite what you may think, largely free. It's real-time connection, raw feedback. Think 30 years ago how much you would have paid for real-time feedback from your actual customers, written right to you, telling you if they think you're amazing or a jerk or whatever they may think. It's absolutely incredible. And they want you to respond and win them back over. It is amazing. It lets you test things rapidly, which is amazing, and it lets you build a community very rapidly. All right, this is my favorite meme. What if I told you customers hate your content? Because they probably do. Most people are so focused on selling, they forget to add value. So let the test be when you run an ad on especially YouTube, if you give people the option to skip it, do they? And if they do, your ad sucks. Data, 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 right? Trust the data. That's the beautiful thing. And look,
to be happy, you got to at least meet it. Doesn't have to be perfect. But if you generally are meeting what you expect you want from your life in that area, you feel good. Life conditions match blueprint, feel good. So what makes you feel bad? What creates pain, stress, frustration? Real easy way to figure it out. Answer this question. What's an area of your life you're not happy with? I mean, be honest with yourself. And even if your life is great in all kinds of ways, I'm sure there's an area you'd like to improve. Anybody who's honest, if they're doing great in their career, very often they don't take care of their body so much. If they're really focused on their body, very often they find themselves in a position where they're not spending enough time with their kids. Or if they're spending time with their kids, their intimate relationship's not doing so well, because it's the nature of human beings to focus on areas they feel comfortable with and strong in and give those time, and the areas they don't feel so strong and they go, I don't have time for it. What they're really saying is, I don't feel very competent in that area. So what's an area of your life that you are not as happy with?
You started to believe you don't belong here. You're not that good. You don't fit the criteria on what the rest of the world is looking for. I didn't want to be like everybody else. I wanted to be the best at everything I did, and I did. Do you realize how difficult it is to be different? Winning requires discipline, commit to making things happen. You've got a destiny to fulfill. You've got a purpose to walk into.